Everybody gotta eat. We're gonna do it right this time. This our show, y'all, and don't forget, everybody gotta eat. So go ahead and eat.
Yum.
Yum. Yeah.
Y'all lit, y'all.
What's going on, y'all? It's your favorite host, your greatest host, Stephen Gray, and we're here on Everybody Gotta Eat. And I'm gonna let everybody introduce themselves.
I'm Layla.
And I'm Zayy, and our special guest is
MalikFromTMobile, aka Malik the Credit Guru. That's thank y'all for having me. Thank you.
Brian, appreciate you for being here.
I appreciate y'all.
yeah. Like I be seeing you do a whole lot on social media. Like I seen I think you did an interview with Streets 945.
Yeah, that was about probably like a good 3-4 weeks ago. Me and my brothers, Raw and DC, they invited me, and that right there was just that. It was like an opportunity. It was a blessing. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially for people who just start to do stuff, I'm automatically talking to 4 million people. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that was just a blessing, and I love them for that. Like, then my brothers, like, for real.
Shout out to Street 945 around DC. All boys up there. Yeah. Okay.
That's it.
Yeah, it is. So, we can just pass what you had going on the past weekend. We ain't gonna jump straight into it yet. The weekend just passed. Memorial Day weekend.
I went in. I went and purchased me another vehicle. I got me another car.
What?
Yeah.
What you had before?
Well, nah, I have both of them still.
Oh,
man.
Yeah.
I went ahead and I went and bought me another Hellcat, a Dodge Hellcat Challenger. Yeah, I miss my cat, so I decided to go on and get that. I feel as I deserve it. I work hard enough.
Man, I'm gonna start fixing crazy names.
Right. I know y'all can't wait to get in this interview.
Hey,
Let me find out.
Hey.
Got the Hellcat outside.
Who I feel like being today.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey man, it's a blessing. I'm blessed. That's how I look at it. It's just being blessed.
You put in your work, man. I know you've been doing it for a minute, so.
I'm trying to build that foundation, that empire.
Most definitely.
That's definitely what I'm trying to do.
So yeah, we gonna get ready to get into a little teaser. So the segment is called Eat These Questions. So we got a couple of questions for you that we want to ask.
Okay.
Nothing too crazy. Something that you should answer.
Hey, I can handle anything.
Alright, that's better. You got PR telling you what you got and make sure everything good.
Yeah, I'm my own PR. We got it.
Alright, that's what's up. Alright, so I got a question for you. I'm gonna start off. If the number 2 pencil is the most popular pencil, why is it still number 2?
But damn.
That's what we said last night.
Yeah.
What you said, a pen?
Yeah, I said
Because
I said it's number 2 because like a pen is number 1, but a pen is not a pencil.
Yeah. Or you can think about it in the sense of maybe it's number 2 because the first one just didn't make the cut. Always being number 1 may not always be the perfect or the best. So as you can see, there's no number 1. It's number 2.
I never heard that.
I mean, hey, the first trial, the first prototype probably didn't make the cut. So number 2, this was perfect. We got the lead in the wood. It sharpens, it writes, it erases. Oh, perfect. Number 2.
Number 2.
It's funny how number 2 became the standard, though, right?
Yeah, right.
Number 2 is the standard.
All right. You got any questions?
Yes. What is something that sounds like a compliment but is actually an insult?
This is actually on my Instagram. You look better in person. I get that all the time.
Yeah.
Wow.
You look better in person. I'm like, so are you saying I look good over the phone, but in person I look even better possibly? Or are you just saying like, change like in person, like but I guess my personality makes up for my looks in a way. But yeah, you look better in person. Thanks.
It'd be better to look better in person versus you surprise me.
Because then you're gonna automatically be deemed catfish.
Yeah.
You're gonna automatically be a catfish.
Alright, okay, look, and if you only got one eye and you blink, is it blinking or winking?
me see if it would still possibly be considered a blink, just for the simple fact that's a regular function of the human body, versus a wink is something that you're doing purposely and you have intentions with that function. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm blinking,
It's smart. It's smart.
if I'm blinking, that's just okay. That's normal. It's like breathing. You have no control over that, or technically you do. You have control over both, but it's something that's natural. Versus a wink, I'm like, you know, however you want to do it. You feel that was horrible. Okay, so
That's facts.
but
That's
still,
facts,
like,
That's facts.
it just
It's the guy you want repaying your credit, man. For real.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, all up here.
Okay, I got one for you. Let me see what you do with this. Why is it that when you're driving and looking for an address, you turn down the volume on the radio?
I'm sorry for breaking character. What did I just say in the car?
We on it.
What did I literally just say in the car? So listen. As we turned, I was like, why do black people always do that?
What?
Like, turn down the radio as you trying to look for our address, as if audio and visual like I literally just did that.
That's crazy.
I literally just brought it up. Like, why do black people always do that?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I know it's probably everyone that does it,
Yeah.
but us as a people, we always bring it to our attention. Like, why I turn down the radio just
Radio
a little
just to find the house.
Yeah,
Right.
like I guess it makes concentration. Just like I knew some people. Oh, one of my sisters, Olivia, she turns down the radio when she merges on traffic. So I guess it's concentration.
Yeah.
You got, because listen, you know, us Georgians, we don't know how to drive.
That's facts.
So, yeah.
Alright, so I got one. So, you know, you have the talent of fixing people's credit. A lot of people can't do that, you know?
That's my superpower.
What's your most useless talent? Like something you can do, but I mean, it's not really, you know.
Needed. Sheesh. Man, that's a hard one, because as far as like my natural talents, I play piano, I play bass, I play guitar.
Wow. Jack of all trades.
Some people can balance a spoon on their nose, and we don't need that, but you can.
I don't know. When I was young, I used to say this is being double jointed, but all I realized is all I'm doing is just.
Oh my God.
Like I used to say this is being double jointed, but that's not being. I feel like being double jointed is like I can pull my thumb back and it.
Yeah.
Let me see. Wow, I really don't.
He's like, I'm a man.
I don't know. I mean, like, I don't know. I wouldn't say like I'm a Renaissance man. I mean, I am, but it's just one of those things. Like, I don't know. You know, they say some people can't. I really don't know. I can't move my ears. I can't whistle like shit. I don't know. Dang. I'm gonna go home and like sit in my room and just do a lot of stuff until I realize that's very useless.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
And you let us know.
Yeah, I'm gonna get back with y'all on that. I'm gonna get back with y'all on that.
Alright, and this is my last question for this game, alright? Do you think is it illegal to name a kid anonymous?
Nah, I wouldn't think so. I could name, I could name my child. I mean, you have the right to name them anything. Like, I never heard of a law or laws stating that you cannot name a child whatever you want to, because I guess that goes with, the First Amendment, freedom of speech anyway. But I don't know. To me, if I met someone with that name, I would think it's cool. In my honest opinion, like it's kind of like, say, I would find it. I just want what would the last name?
Zero on your jersey.
Yeah, like what would the last name be? To make. No, but just to make it flow, like, or what if they don't have do you legally have to have a last name though? Do you legally have to have a last name? Because I know some people that don't have
You
middle
can change
names.
your last name.
So what if I wanted to change it to nothing?
I think I need to look that up in my notes.
Cause you have some people out there, say for example, the musician Sting, he's just known as Sting. I don't know Sting's real government name, but he's known as Sting. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of like those people that just have that name. So I mean, I don't know. If my name was anonymous, that'd be funny at graduation.
Right, yeah.
When I hear names, I automatically think about graduation. Anonymous.
Anonymous Johnson. Like, what?
Goddamn, anonymous caller.
Yeah, like something like that. That would be funny because not only do you have to live with that for the rest of your life. I mean, just think about what like Ron Artest. Ron Artest changed his name to Metal World Peace.
Yep.
Metal World Peace. Like,
That's crazy.
as long as you paying for something, the government probably don't care what you do.
do.
As long as you give them some type of money, that's all they care
Of
about.
course. Like, you gotta say Uncle Sam.
You gotta pay
You
up.
gotta pay something.
No,
They want-
don't come out.
They want all their coins.
Yeah.
They want all their coins.
Alright, so we're gonna do one more round of questions. It's gonna be a little tough, so
Okay.
break for it. How come you press hard on the remote when you know the battery is dead?
That's a lot of things that we do. That's
Hey, that's crazy.
wow. Wow. It's a lot of things that we do as humans, and it's like, why do we do that?
Why do we do it?
Like they would say if a battery's going dead,
Put it in the freezer.
put it in the freezer,
Put it in the freezer.
or put it under your arm in your armpits.
I
Yeah.
never heard
Yeah, I
that.
didn't hear that one.
Like put them under your arm, but the freezer thing, I definitely did that as a child. I'm guilty of that. I'm guilty of that.
See, I thought you would press down harder to suck out the rest of the little bit
The
of
juice,
out.
yeah. Hard, it's gonna work. It just gotta work. The harder you press it, it just gotta work.
But see, then it's kind of like this. If you're finna run out of gas and you're trying to get to the gas station, would you rather take your time or would you hurry up and get to the gas station?
It depends on how I'm feeling, because sometimes
I mean, we talked about that yesterday. Exactly on the gas.
yeah.
Like you gotta figure out like which one is gonna be more important. Let me just get there or let me just conserve as much gas as possible to get there.
Okay, well, so what's something that's popular now, but in 5 years we're gonna look back and be like, what the heck? Like, we was really into that?
Shoot, to be honest, maybe social media. Like think about it this way.
That's a good one.
That's
I
a
wasn't
good
thinking
one.
about that.
We think about the way our parents act, or think about people that are just a few years older than us. You see what I'm saying? I'm 24. We all in our 20s, right? Cool. We're on social media because this is how we communicate. We're all college students. We're young adults. That's what's in right now. But then in the next 5 years, 5 to 10, 15, 20 years, whatever the case may be, we're going to be focused on more things such as what's going on in our lives. We're going to then be focused on credit and trying to get a home, possibly with families and things of that nature. So it's kind of like one of those. I feel like social media because, you know, I was going to touch on this. I was going to make a video later on today. But I feel as my generation, the issue that we have is social media is just that brainwashing aspect. I'm not going to pretend that I don't love it. You feel me? Because I want to be known as Malik from T-Mobile. If it wasn't for social media, I wouldn't be known as that promoter from social media. I wouldn't be known as Malik, the credit guru from, you know, or the social person that's always. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's not like I hate it. You feel me? Because it has helped me. You see what I'm saying? I probably wouldn't even be here talking to you guys if it wasn't for social media. However, we as a people, and I don't mean people as blacks or whatever it may be, but I just like as a society, we can't be too brainwashed into it because I feel as that's what's putting a rush on certain things. We feel as we need to find love because of social media. We feel as we need to show off and buy expensive things for social media or put on or for size, whatever the case may be, or that we need to get a house at a young age. Take your time. Jay-Z just became a billionaire after what, 23 years?
Yeah.
I've been on this earth for 24 years. This man did it in 23 years. You feel me? Like, take your time because struggle, like without any struggle, there will be no progress. I don't know if I quoted it exactly how it's supposed to be quoted, but it's just still the bottom line is like, just take your time. But I feel like social media is that brainwashing tool that we have. We love to hate. There's a whole bunch of stuff on social media. It's positive stuff, it's negative stuff. But I just feel like social media for us, because of our age and our age range, who knows? We might go back from Instagram back to Facebook. Because how I look at it, older people
On MySpace.
use,
I'm a Twitter guy.
man, my MySpace gone. I looked it up the other day. I think they deleted it.
Yeah, right. I see that too.
I could honestly do without Twitter because I feel like when it comes to network, like Twitter's just funny to me, but I feel like when it comes to like networking, all my networking is through Instagram. I never network with nobody through Twitter. Like Twitter is just entertainment.
And it's funny you said it because I was on my Twitter account this morning, last night, and I was just like, I don't use this for what I used to. So I started, of course, as we said, MySpace, Bebo, Tag, and all of those. But then after that, it was Facebook.
Right.
I started promoting using Facebook. After Facebook, and I got my name off of that, I then transitioned to Twitter. And fun fact, the reason why I created a Twitter is because Trey Songz, I Invented Sex video came out, and that was the only way you could look at that video early.
Oh,
That's a fun fact.
Wow.
Yeah, and that was I want to say like 2009 or 2010, 11, one of those things. But yeah, that's funny. But no, I used Twitter. I was on Twitter. I used to be one of those ones. I didn't have thousands of followers. I had probably 4,000 or 5,000. But I used to get a lot of retweets, a lot of likes and stuff like that. And I was using that to promote. I was funny on there. That was my tool. Instagram came. And in high school, my Instagram was, I remember when I used to only get about 10, 15 likes on the picture, man. And Instagram started up and stuff. And then once I started to get the hang of Instagram, then it's just strictly Instagram. Twitter just for retweets. Facebook, I go on there probably every 6 months, but I'm gonna start utilizing that because I have a business. MySpace is deleted, everything else. So Instagram is to me, and Snapchat, I don't use Snapchat no more. I don't use Snapchat after the update. That update killed me. That update was just horrible.
That was it.
So yeah, like so Snapchat is the only thing I use Snapchat for is to Shazam.
Right.
That's all I use Snapchat for.
That's crazy.
Other than that, Instagram is the main thing. I feel as Instagram is probably, I mean, yes, Facebook owns Instagram or vice versa. I wouldn't say Facebook owns Instagram, but to me, Instagram is
the lead.
It's on top.
Okay, and my last question for this segment is: whenever an adult is kidnapped, why is it not called adoptment?
Actually, I've heard that term. Like somebody dog nap, yeah.
Oh.
Could you? I mean, I've heard that. Yeah, like dog. I've heard that. I put it on everything. I've heard that.
Like I heard him say, I haven't heard that shit. My fucking dog is a dog nap.
I've heard dog nap, like for real.
I think like
I haven't heard cat nap because it's weird. Like cat nap, I think of a cat nap, but like I've heard dog nap.
Man, you must have heard that in Marietta, Buckhead.
Like they fancy.
I'm gonna tell you this.
Right.
I'm from Kirkwood. I'm from East Atlanta. I ain't heard over there, but I heard it somewhere. I heard it somewhere, but no, I've heard dog nap.
Yeah.
I heard.
Okay. See, that's it. I've heard that though.
That's lit.
That's lit. Oh man, so we're gonna get into the business, man. Let the people know what you do. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Let them know your name.
Once again, my name is Malik Hall, aka Malik the Credit Guru, aka Malik from T-Mobile. I don't think I'm ever dropped that though.
Okay, it's a brand.
Yeah,
It's still a brand.
I don't think I can work for Verizon right now, and I still would call myself Malik from T-Mobile.
Yeah, the dude. No. Let me bring something. You guys remember the dude?
That was on Sprint.
Yeah. Was it on Sprint?
White
Yeah,
guy. Yeah.
Good. So he transferred over
To Sprint, I mean, but you gotta understand it this way.
You see,
Money.
Yeah.
It's money. Business is business. Because if I was known as Verizon spokesperson, and all of a sudden they start phasing me out because as times continue, you got to find different methods of promoting your brand. Shoot, if Sprint say, "Hey Paul or Jake or whatever his name is, we gonna give you." Because I'm really trying to remember his name. Nah, Jake is Jake for Sex Farm, but I'm really trying to remember his name. But no, like, hey, that money talks. But the funny part is though, T-Mobile is currently acquiring Sprint. So T-Mobile is and Sprint are going to merge, but Sprint will no longer exist.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it's only gonna be 3 carriers. So when I was still working with T-Mobile, we were going through this merger and whatnot. I need to actually check up on it, and that's my thing. I still love T-Mobile, so I still read up on news and stuff. Of course.
Okay.
Yeah, I still check. I don't got my discount anymore, but I still check up on the company and whatnot. But yes, everything seems to still continue. Everything seems like it's still going to continue as far as the merger. But yes, T-Mobile is going to acquire Sprint, and Sprint is still going to exist. But then they eventually going to start phasing out Sprint, and Sprint will no longer exist.
Yeah, that's kind of.
So
Hey, money.
Yeah, it's like T-Mobile is buying them.
Yeah, I mean, hey, Metro, T-Mobile owns Metro, and then think about it this way: Sprint owns Boost. So then Boost will probably. I mean, I don't know what they're going to do about the prepaid, but because Metro is already prepaid. The prepaid service for T-Mobile. T-Mobile has prepaid service itself. What would they do with a third prepaid company? So it's a lot that needs to be figured out. But money.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
That's all that matters is money and credit, but money.
And credit.
and credit.
So I got a question. What made you want to fix credit?
What made me want to fix credit is the summer of 2018. I experienced a hardship, and that hardship was from a past incident. A car was charged off on my account. And pretty much what a charge off is when you don't pay, and after a certain amount of time, they're going to default their loan, they're going to write off that loan, they're saying, well, hey, we're going to write off this money that you owed us, we probably won't be able to get it, or whatever the case may be, but it's going to be a major and a huge, derogatory mark on your credit. Right. So after that, my score probably plummeted about 100-some points. And the crazy thing about it, I had totaled my vehicle, so I was in the process of trying to get another vehicle. Okay, the day after I left the dealership, actually that night/morning, I was on the way home from a party. I checked my credit, my score dropped 100-some points, and I was like, no. The day I was at the dealership, that same night/morning, my score dropped like plummeted. So I was like, bro, what is going on? So it was a mistake that was on the creditor, GM Financial. It was a mistake on their end, but it doesn't matter. Certain things they really don't care, especially with these big companies. They don't care. Mm-hmm. So long story short, I went through that hardship. My credit score just plummeted. So after it plummeted, I ended up repairing my credit. And once I repaired my credit, I'm gonna tell you, before the incident happened, I was right there at the 700 mark, a little bit under the 700 mark. I'm not ashamed to say that. Mm-hmm. After the incident with the charge-off reporting on my credit, I ended up going down to about 490 something. So after I went to about 495, 510-ish, I was like, no, that's probably, actually, I cried. I kid you not, I cried because I just felt like I've been working so hard to try to get my credit up there, especially with me being the age that I was. Mm-hmm. I was like, I have to be able to fix this. Right. So I fixed it. Mm-hmm. And after I fixed it, my score went up from that 490 to 510-ish mark to 785. Right. So once it went to 785, within a month, what I did was I went to the dealership. This was on a Saturday, I bought me a Hellcat. That Wednesday, I ended up buying my girl a vehicle, and then that Friday, I bought my mom a car. Wow. So I did 3 vehicles in a week. Yeah.
And I want the people to know how you fix it, but y'all gotta pay.
No, I don't mind. Because it's public knowledge. How I repair and improve credit is I dispute the negative and inaccurate items in the credit report. Now, the reason why I don't mind saying that is because you can do this on your own. You can definitely dispute different things off of your credit reports. However, the reason why it's not so easy to do so because you have to know what you're talking about. You have to present a strong argument and a strong point to the reason why this is not yours, the reason why this isn't reported accurately, you need to change it, that type of thing. And you also have to know your laws and whatnot. Right. So it's kind of like, I look at credit repair as being this is my job. Anybody can go out and change their brakes. Anybody can go out, change their oil, fix a tire, paint a house, whatever the case may be.
Right.
You outsource it to someone who's the expert or the professional with doing that service because of you may not have the time, you may not have this business, you may not have the time, you just may be lazy, don't want to do it. So then that's
do it better than you.
Exactly, and people countless amount of times I've heard, well, you know, I can do it too, or I've done it before. But then I tell them, well, hey, if you've done it before, if you know how to do it, then why does your credit look the way it does? And I say it in the most professional and most humble way, but it's just me being truthful and just saying, hey, well, if you're able to do something, why not do it?
Right.
So people come to me because, like I said, they don't have time, or they keep trying over and over again, and they run into those roadblocks. I literally just had someone text me on the way here. They sent me their credit report information. And they were like, hey, I paid someone to do it, but they just couldn't, they weren't working. And I tell people, well, hey, don't worry, I can do it. I will do it. There's no excuses, there's no I can't. If I don't know how to do something, or if I don't have the answers to something, I will always find out, and then I will let you know as soon as possible.
Right.
Great consultation.
I think the point of like hiring someone to do that is like you need somebody to be on you. Like these are grown people, but at the same time, even not real grown, you know, our age, but it's like, yeah, you can do it by yourself, but it's so easy to get caught up too and be like, you know, versus some, like you said, how you told them like in the most humble way, like, this is, you know.
And I mean, that's just being real, and like based off of what you were saying, like, because I was told I used to work for someone named James Hunt. He's a celebrity credit specialist. He's a millionaire. He's a black millionaire. And I used to work for him, and one thing he always told me, my age will be my downfall. Because I'm 24 years old. When I started, I was 23. But 23, 24, whatever the case may be, how are people going to listen to me? Some people credit reports may be older than I am. But my rebuttal to what he used to say was, well, I've experienced things in myself. I've had collections, medical debt, charge-offs. I've had all that negative stuff on my credit reports, and guess what? I've got them off myself. But he was saying, like, you can't tell grown people what to do, but at the same time, if you're paying your monies to me, I'm going to advise you. That's what me being a consultant is. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm not here to pretend that I'm someone's father or I'm the boss of them, because you're grown. You're entitled to do whatever you want to do with your credit report. When it comes to that, I also, like, I tell people, especially when it came to tax time, you want to go to a dealership and put $5,000 down on a vehicle. I can respect that. That's your decision. It's your money, you know. But you have to also calculate certain things. Say, for example, why go to the dealership and pay $5,000 for a vehicle and you're still possibly going to have a high interest rate because your credit is poor?
Because your credit is poor.
Mm-hmm. You could pay me, I'm gonna just throw this out there, you can pay me $500, $750, $1,000, or you know, whatever the price may be. It won't be $5,000, but you not only didn't spend the $5,000 that you originally planned on doing, I fixed your credit, you still have this money in your pocket, then you go to a dealership and get the car for $0 down.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Now you can take that same $4,000, $5,000, $3,000 that you have left, you can save it, use it for something else, or if you want to be very proactive, depending on what your note is, you can pay up your note. Let's just say 6 months. Yeah. You pay up your note 6 months ahead of time, or not even if you're not able to pay your note 6 months ahead, because then if you try to pay that money, it might go towards the principal. Then you might have to continue paying, you know, the upcoming month. But if you just put that, you know what, my car note is $500 a month. Let me put 3 to the side, so that way every month I can go boom, 5, 5, 5, 5. You're fine. Now you can start working on the next 6 months. And also, the reason why I don't like putting money down on vehicles, as soon as you drive that car off the lot, it depreciates. Cars, and you know, with me knowing this, some people might say, well, hey, if you know this, then why do you do it? Cars are things that depreciate. Right. They're liabilities. You feel me? Like, it's going to depreciate, it's going to lose its value. And I do understand it, and I know that, but the reason why I get cars and stuff as a child, you know, I'm not going to pretend I just grew up in a very poor and bad home, but it was a lot of stuff that I didn't have as a child. There were sometimes birthdays, I didn't get stuff, Christmases, I didn't get anything. I'm looking at all the other kids with their, there are things and stuff like that. As I was able to work and grind and whatnot, I look at it as if this is something that I wanted, and I'm not even saying as a child because a Hellcat didn't exist when I was a child. But as I got older, and as I got in the position to do certain things, I looked at it as I'm gonna get that because I want it.
Yeah.
The Hellcat was my dream car by 25. I got my first one at 22. I told myself I wanted my first apartment by 24. I got that at 21 or 22. You see what I'm saying? So I look at it like it's just those things that you can work towards to as a goal. But when it comes to like putting money down and stuff, if you don't have to, don't. If you would like to, I mean, hey, that's you. You got to do what numbers work for you. Because as they say, for every $1,000 that you put down, they'll take off $20 for your car note. So if you put down $5,000, all you did was take off $100. So then that's when you sit there and think, I want to spend $5,000 today just to get $100 cheaper. And then especially for a car, typically people don't keep the cars their full term, their full loans. Some people want to trade it in when they see something new in the next 3, 4, 5 years. So it's kind of like one of those things you have to just think about it. You really have to think about it. Or you can simply refinance.
Right.
You can refinance, get the lowest interest rate, and it comes with the lowest interest rate or even a lower term or even longer term. You're going to decrease, possibly depending on the circumstances, what you have to pay every month.
What is refinancing the car?
Refinancing the car is simply this. Let's just say I purchased a vehicle and it's a 60-month term, okay? So that's 60 months, that's 5 years, okay? I can say, with my interest rate, let's say the interest rate is 5%. As my credit progresses and gets better, I can go to the bank, I can go to a bank or the same bank that I purchased the car with or the lend holder and say, you know what? I want to see if I can refinance my car to get a better interest rate. Now, the problem that some people seems to have when it comes to refinancing, they believe that when you refinance, it's always stretching a loan or a certain time frame. No, you can refinance or change your loan time from 2 months, which is 6 years, down to 48 months, which is 4 years. You can go up or down. It just depends on what the numbers say, what your interest rate is, and what you feel is best for you.
And one of my last questions for right now is for the people who don't know, why is credit important?
Credit is important because you need it for everything. You need it to get a job. And some people don't know that. I'm not saying just because your credit may be good or bad that you won't or will get a job, but employers do look at that. I had to run my credit. They had to check into my stuff for me to work at T-Mobile.
Facts.
So that's just you need it to get a job. You need it for utilities such as cable, electricity, water. You need to get homes, whether that's apartment, condos, townhouses, whatever the case may be. You need it to get cars. You need it for credit cards. You need it sometimes to finance furniture. You need it literally for everything that you will want in life. And it's gotten to that point. It's gotten to the point.
And
money doesn't
now
matter.
too.
Yeah,
Now too.
Money does not matter. And I said in the sense of I've had people who've gone into dealerships with $20,000 in cash, and they still cannot get a vehicle just because of their credit. Because you may go into a deal, unless that car is $20,000, you're going to need to finance some type of amount of money. Okay, when you go to a creditor or when you go to a lend holder or a financing company saying, "Hey, I need your money so I can get this," they're gonna look at your credit. To me, your credibility. If your credibility is horrible, that's why they're gonna hike up your interest rates, which is gonna make what you have to pay monthly for. We can't trust you. We don't know what you're gonna do with our money because you couldn't do something good with their money. That's just how it is. If he knows that. Every time he lends me money, he wants it on the first, but I either not pay it to him or I pay it to him on the 23rd of every month. I'm starting to build that bad relationship with him. So then the next time I go back to him and say, "Hey, I'm not just asking you for some money, and I know I'm supposed to pay you, or I just paid you late. Can I get some more money?" He's gonna be like, "No." Or if I give you this money, if he gives me $10, he's gonna be like, "Well, I need 15 when you pay me again."
Right.
That's life.
Yeah.
That's just how it is. You have this the creditors and stuff. They have to save their butts.
It's basically like if I let him borrow $10, but now I gotta keep chasing him around, like that shows up on your credit. Like, okay,
Yeah.
like you have bad credit now. So
Yeah.
so now it costs more.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that's just the problem with a lot of people's credit reports is late payments. They don't pay something on time, but they go 30, 60, 90, 120 days, and once you get to that 90, 120 day mark, that's when stuff becomes bad debt and it becomes charge-offs, and that right there is what hurts your credit. The stuff goes into collections. That's also around like the 90-day period. Stuff goes into collections, and even if you don't pay these things, they're going to remain on your credit report for 7 years.
Ooh.
And after times continue on, the amount, the impact that it had on your credit, it will weaken. However, it's still there. And one thing I do try to tell people is like, hey, collections don't pay them. Why? You had a negative mark on your credit report. You just paid that negative mark. Now you have a paid negative mark that still will show up as you having that. And creditors are picky.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're picky. Wow. They're picky. So somebody might approve you even if they show, okay, well, he had a collection, but he paid it off. We'll let that ride. Somebody else might say, no, he shouldn't have had a collection, period. And you can't be mad at them because you're going to them for their money.
Is it anybody to get that paid negative off?
Yes, me.
Come out like a credit man.
Do you have a lot of people that get credit cards young?
Yes.
18 years old. Do creditors say, they were kind of young, we understand why it was kind of at this point, or they really just don't care?
It's up to the underwriter and it's up to the creditor, but they typically don't care. There's no excuse for it. It just, when it comes to having credit cards, it's discipline. It's discipline. It's always, you have to understand you're getting something that contains money, but you got to pay it back. You can spend it now, but you have to pay it back. You have to pay it back. So that's why I advise people, if you have a credit card, keep your balances at 30% of your limit or lower. Really, 10% is what's best. Right. That's how I feel. So if your credit card limit is $1,000, $300 or less, keep a balance of $300 or less.
See, but what you think about it though? Like they told me, well, what I looked up, just swipe for like a hamburger a month, and then that's it. Like just something small. Like,
show that you're using it. Like, you can buy a pack of gum every month. I have a $25,000 Navy Federal card. If I go right now and bought something for $1, it don't matter. I'm gonna swipe for that dollar and I'm gonna pay it off. I'm gonna swipe, I'm gonna pay. I'm gonna swipe, I'm gonna pay. Right. I'm not gonna say just use that aspect because sometimes they would like to see you using a certain amount, a good amount, because it shows if you ever wanted to go back to them, they can see, oh, well, wait, he only used $1. He had his credit card for a year, but he only used $1 every year. How can you go somewhere asking them possibly for $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, $50,000 or try to get a vehicle? All you're doing is paying back $1.
So that does matter how much you do.
How much you use? Yes. Okay. It matters how much you spend and how much you use, but it also depends on how you pay back too. Right. And that goes into cars too. I just went over this yesterday. People sometimes as you progress, you might want to change up the value of your cars. You might want to go from that $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 vehicle to that $50,000 vehicle. Mm-hmm. When you go to the dealership, depending on your credit history and whatnot, you have to have something showing, okay, you know what? He went from a $20,000 car to a $30,000 or $40,000 car. You know, we can trust him with the 50, but if you want to go from a 20 straight to a 50, 60, 70, then that's when they're going to possibly require you to show a lot of things such as proof of income, or they may require you to put down money. Mm-hmm. So like as far as with my personal history, my first car was a 2014 Dodge Charger SE. I remember it like it was yesterday. That was, dang, I said I remember like yesterday, I forgot the year. But I got that car in 2014 when I was 19. My interest rate was $24.99. Horrible. I was paying $600 a month for a $20,000 car. No. So after that $20,000 car, I went back in a year and I ended up getting a 2015 RS Camaro. That was about a $30,000 car. A year later, went back and got me the 2016 SS Camaro. That was a $50,000 car. Another year and a half after that, I went back and got me a 2017 Dodge Charger Daytona 392. That was a $50,000 car.
Right.
And then after that, I got my Hellcat, my first Hellcat. That right there was a $50,000-$60,000 car. Then I went and got me another Hellcat that was $80,000. And then I just got my ZL1 that was $65,000. And then I went back and got another Hellcat.
Dang.
They allowed me to do all of this because not only did I show that my credit was great as far as my history. I paid stuff on time.
Right.
My scores weren't the best. They were going up. They were steadily rising. But I showed that, okay, you know what? We see what he's doing. He still haven't had no negative payments. He's doing what he has to do.
Mm-hmm.
We'll trust him. He shows he makes the money. We'll trust him. That's just how it is. It sucks. Truthfully, it sucks, you know, when you have to go to other people and then they have to determine if you can afford something or not or what you have to pay. But that's life. You can't get mad when you got to go to somebody else for something.
Right.
Because if somebody had to go to you for something, they can't get mad at whatever rules and stipulations that you make.
Because, like, I mean, I can see your history.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see your history. I see what you've done since the first time you applied for credit to now.
Okay. Well, we're gonna hop into a quick break before we end it out. And all right.
We'll be back. So we are back where everybody got to eat. We got late for the jump into a segment.
All right, so this segment is basically like Battle of the Sexes. I just kind of ask you kind of questions, you know, because I'm the only girl, so I be needed to know what y'all be, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first question I want to know is how important would you say finances are in a relationship? How important is it for your girl to be financially stable? How important, like, you know, how important is that? Does it matter?
It does. I'm sorry. I don't care how much money I will ever make. I feel as my woman should be grinding, getting money some type of way. Because if it was to run out, I'm not saying all females are like this, but if my money was to run out, guess what she's possibly going to do?
Right.
Find another source.
I gotta go.
Like, they're just being real. And it's one of those things of like, to me in a relationship, no matter if it's marriage or whatever the case may be, you know, I feel as everything should be 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know some people feel as, oh, well, he's the male, he needs to take care of everything, and I stay home, cook, clean, whatever. I'm grown and I'm responsible.
Yeah.
I can clean and cook myself if I wanted to.
Well, you
I
can
don't
hire
need
a chef.
Yeah,
right?
I don't need a woman to do something just as a woman, man, I need me to do certain things. You feel me? Because it just depends on the person, period.
Right.
But when it comes to finances, I feel as like both parties should be financially stable in some type of way, fashion, shape, form, however you want to put it. You should be able to cover the expenses if one person can't do it, and then vice versa. There should never be a time where it's like, babe, I can't do it. And she like, oh, well, I can't do it either. Because y'all both going to be, y'all going to be looking,
We gotta crop that
crazy.
part out for Instagram.
Like,
Sorry.
cause y'all gonna be looking, y'all both gonna be looking stupid, and y'all can't do it when they either saying you gotta get out the apartment, the lights off, you have no food in the refrigerator, you're trying to repo your car, or like just anything. Like you both have to be able to take care of your responsibilities and also be, you know, you have to just be ready for what if anything happens. You never know what that rainy day. Because it may not just be raining, it might be storming, it might be a typhoon, hurricane, whatever the case may be. You just have to be ready for it. But finances wise, 50-50, if you don't do 50-50, both parties still need to be bringing in some type of income. Something.
I totally agree.
Something.
I agree with you.
Okay,
100%.
so the next question is, when it comes to dating, you know, I'm not gonna lie, you know, if a guy asks me on a date, I'm expecting you to pay the first time. Like, cause you asked me, I didn't ask you.
I agree.
So cool. When do you get to a point where you're like, all right, I've been paying for a couple meals now. I've been paying for a lot of stuff that we've been doing. Like, this is over like a course of a couple weeks, and you like, I know you're probably not expecting her to pay, but after, when is it when you're gonna be like, all right, enough is enough? Like, I've been.
Stop asking her out. I'm just kidding. Stop inviting. Let her invite you. But no. I feel like that just depends on the. To be real, if you're dating someone, no matter if sex is involved or not, but if you're seriously dating someone and y'all are involved, they should be willing to, you know, be straight up and real with you, or vice versa. Like, hey, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Like, I might be like, I might do, if I'm buying the tickets to the movie, you might buy the snacks. Cause I guarantee you, my movie ticket's still gonna cost more than those snacks.
Yeah.
So like, especially if you go to something like Atlanta Station or something, you're spending $40 for 2 tickets.
Yeah.
We all can go load up on snacks, and I guarantee you might still spend about 20, 25, but at the end of the day, I still spend more than you. There's nothing wrong with treating. You know, it, like I said, it just depends on that time frame. If, let's just say you and I just started talking. I invited you out on a date, cool, we go out, I'm gonna take care of that. But if it seems as I'm being used, or if it seems like you're really not interested and you're just going for the free dates or whatever the case may be, or if there's no progress in what we're doing, if depending on our agreement, because we could just decide that we won't be friends with benefits, or we just want to be just close friends, or whatever the case may be. You gotta set that middle ground. You gotta set that. Hey man, listen now, like, or just ask. If a person says no, then now you know how to. Hey babe, you know I'm gonna buy this. You got snacks, or you even if you don't say it on the. So I bought the ticket, so you got to pay for the. Nah, do you want to? It's about your tone and how you present it,
Right.
because she might. You never know. Females, I've seen them before. I got it.
Yeah.
And that's what that was gonna bring me to my next point.
Yeah.
I feel like I have a friend. She was like, guys, pick up on that. Like when she go on a date, she'll be like, no, I got it, and they'll, you know, okay, like they pay attention and stuff like that. But I mean, like I've had guys where it's like, you know, they try to play it off like, oh no, I just want to be cool with you, but let me pay for everything, but we just cool. And I have to cut it short because I'm like, nah, because I don't want you to keep saying you done looked out for me or you done paid for me.
And then she can throw it.
Yeah, but say we still cool. Like, I don't know about that one. So it just depends on the person.
It depends on that couple. It depends on the people, because some people don't. Some people. It's sad to say, but some adults don't use their brains, or they just feel as everything has to be given to them.
Right.
Like I remember, like it's just
Common sense.
It's just it just really depends on the situation at hand. Honestly, it depends on the situation at hand.
Yeah, that's facts.
But don't think because I have a penis and you have a vagina that I'm supposed to take care of everything, or that you're supposed to take care. No, let it be middle. I mean, I'm sorry, 50-50. Let it be.
That's real love, though.
It's equal. It's supposed to be equal. That's how I look at it. If I got it, I'm gonna do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It might be sometimes, babe, I ain't got it right now. And if you feel some type of way because I don't have it right now, because you never know, I might not have it right now because I just spent something for you that I haven't given you yet.
Right.
That's life. That's how it is. I might have spent my last $200 to buy you a gift. You feel me? But you might look at, oh man, he ain't got no money. But the money that he had was really something for you.
Right.
You never know.
And then I feel like love isn't based off money. Like I mean, like that's where I feel like
It should be, but
the kids getting twisted.
Society.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if they ain't got no money, then the relationship gonna suck. Not necessarily. That's like when people say, "Bro, you rich." No, I'm not. I'm rich in spirit.
Yes,
Cause
sir.
and then not to go back into credit, but then I tell them like, when you got credit, my bank account be at zero. I still have some type of money.
Yeah, I mean, it's a difference in, this is my opinion, it's a difference in, you know, you being down and you just being broke and not having.
Mm-hmm.
If you just approaching me and you like, yeah, I ain't got it, but I ain't also got no job, I ain't got no, okay, well, are you trying? No? Okay, then
Yeah. That's your fault. That's your issue. That's you.
It's a limit.
You gotta change
It's a limit.
something. You gotta change something.
Most definitely. This is a great interview. I feel like a lot of people are learning about their credit going from.
I hope so, because if you don't jump on your credit, hey, you're gonna wait till the last second. It never fails. People wait till the last second to try to fix their credit when they know that they want to use it. But now you gotta take a month or two to fix your credit, and do it now. I don't care if you know for a fact you want to get a car in December. Fix your credit now, so that way you can just relax. It's like doing your homework. Once they give it to you, if your teacher gave you an assignment and you had a week to do it that same night or the next night. Now you have a full 5-6 days to just chill now. That's the best feeling ever. And once you do your homework, you're like, dang. If you were to have waited, once you do your homework, then you're like, cool. I could have been did that. It's just like with credit. Once you get your credit fixed, you'll be like, dang, I could have been did this about 6 months ago. So that's life.
Yeah,
That's life.
That's it. So we're gonna close it out with one more question. Last question, and we're gonna let you go. What's the meaning of life in one word?
Happiness.
That's deep. That's deep.
I told someone that yesterday. Happiness. It's funny how everything that we spoke about today has been either earlier today or yesterday. But like happiness, like that's why I see some homeless people. They don't be some homeless people will be the happiest in the world because they still here. They still able to breathe and see another 24 hours every single day. We too caught up on a lot of materialistic things. Even myself, I and that's one thing I try to tell people. Like, I'm not too caught up on the flashy stuff or whatnot, or the cars or things like that. It's not me being caught up in materialistic. It's just I work hard for it, but I do whatever I want to make me happy.
Right.
Because if I don't please myself and make myself happy, I'm not saying no one else wouldn't try to make me happy, but it's nothing. Can't nobody make you happy like you can make yourself happy.
Yeah.
Me being able to go out right now and do whatever I want, if I put my mind to it, or because I know I can, that makes me happy. So I feel like happiness because, shoot, look at Pursuit of Happiness. Like Pursuit of Happiness, like happiness. Like if you got yourself, your spirit, you keep your faith, whatever you believe in, you want to stay determined, focused, not let the negativity, the devil, whatever the case may be, distract you, stay on your path and do what's best for you. Like just understand, God won't give you anything that you can't handle.
Yeah. Amen.
So that's how that goes.
Yeah. Well, y'all, this concludes our Everybody Eat segment. And I had a great show. I appreciate you, Malik, for coming out.
You. Thank you. I
No
appreciate
problem,
you. I
man.
appreciate you. Thank y'all for having me.
Hey, no, man. Thanks for the knowledge, cause I learned myself more.
No problem.
And,
Definitely.
we got something for you in that box.
We come with gifts. We come with gifts.
Sir.
You want to do the honors, bro?
I did it the last time.
Alright. That's cool.
It's a box.
It's a box. It's something in here. Oh, we got it. Damn.
Man, there's some clothes.
There's some gear.
Hey, man.
What size you wear?
I'm getting kind of big, but I take
Lean good. Your
medium.
credit's working out.
Oh, man. Hey, I definitely do a medium. I definitely do. I take it now or we'll
No, you
leave
get it
it
right
afterwards?
now. No, we get it right now. It's on camera. We let them know.
Hey.
This is yours.
So basically,
I like this.
So basically, this is Nelly and May's ex manager brand called Fuck Popularity, because kids these days think bullying is cool and blah 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 is cool. So like basically, what he's saying is fuck popularity.
And I agree with it, because understand, man, all this stuff. How many of y'all would really be popular if there was no Instagram? No likes. That's why Instagram that's the reason why Instagram wants to take away likes.
Right.
Because people feel as likes determine popularity. Because a lot of these people who have thousands of likes don't have money. They don't have credit. They don't have they don't have themselves because they're so wrapped up. So, hey, I definitely will be rocking this.
Yeah.
Fuck popularity.
Hey, it's real.
It's real.
It's real. Thank you. I
Yes,
appreciate this. I appreciate it for
Yes,
real.
sir. And like, thanks for coming through, man. Like, I really appreciate it, fam.
No problem. And listen, if you need to get your credit repaired, no matter if it's you, mom, dad, cat, dog, whoever, you can simply follow me on Instagram at MalikFromTMobile. That is @MalikFromTMobile. TMOBILE. Never had to spell it out before. Follow me at MalikFromTMobile, or you can simply text me. I don't mind. You can text the word credit, help me, whatever you want to 404-781-7927. Once again, you can text the word credit or help me to 404-781-7927. 2019, no bad credit. We're halfway through the year. Why is your credit score still the same from 6 months ago? I don't understand.
Exactly.
Like, what you doing?
What you doing?
Right, man. Everybody gotta eat.
Everybody gotta eat.
Everybody gotta eat, man.
Yeah.
I am starving, so let's go get something to eat, y'all.
Yeah.